Welcome into Minnesota Vikings Now. I am Tom Downey, producer Patrick, once again behind the scenes. Here's what's coming up on today's show. Could the Vikings sign Tyler Johnson? Recently has been cut. Speaking of wide receivers, we'll look at the Justin Jefferson potential contract. It will be a lot, and that's okay. And we've got news on the Vikings signing 2 different players. We'll break that all down, but first, we are in a sub battle we're punching above our weight class this week against our Bears channel, which has a lot more subs than we do, but we are only 7 subs behind this week, so let's catch them. If you want more free Vikings videos and you want to beat the Bears on the field and off the field as well, then sub right now. The Vikings could potentially bring home a player, as to an extent, I suppose, collegiately at least. Tyler Johnson, who I'm sure many of you know from his time at Minnesota, has been released once again. Could he be an option for the Vikings? The college career was quite impressive, right? He was only a 5th-round pick, but he was an All-Big Ten team member twice for the first team, 3,000-plus career receiving yards, a bunch of 100-yard games. Some people were surprised he fell to the 5th round. He was viewed as a potential steal. Hasn't worked out so far in Tampa and Houston and elsewhere. But Minnesota's got a great track record of finding local kids and getting them to be successful in Minnesota. And receiver depth is at least a slight concern, right? Obviously, you have Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, KJ Osborne. That's a great 1-2-3 punch there. Jalen Reagor he's Jalen Reagor. Blake Prohl, Jalen Naylor was a recent round pick. So there's nothing wrong with signing a player to a cheap 1-year deal, letting him compete for a potential, practice squad spot, wide receiver 4, 5, 6, whatever. But the Vikings don't necessarily need Tyler Johnson. He's not like oh my God, you've got to sign him type of player. He hasn't been in the NFL. It's a player we know because he played for Minnesota, but that doesn't mean he's a superstar player at all. But it is solid depth, right? This falls in the bucket of, sure, why not? There's no harm. You're not going to be paying him big money. He might only be with you through part of training camp. It's fine. But the hometown familiarity, the potential upside that I think could still exist for a player like Tyler Johnson makes it at least worth exploring. So what do you guys want to do with the former Golden Gopher? You want to bring Tyler Johnson back home to Minnesota? It's the pinned comment on today's show. So if an ad break comes here on YouTube, cool, take advantage of it. Head down there, let me know. S for sign or P for pass. It is the pinned comment. So if an ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage and go vote right now. Let's pivot to the Justin Jefferson contract, which I predict will get done before week 1. Long range of time there to get the projections going, but I think that'll end up happening. What I am curious is, how does this deal look? There are some deceptive deals here, and the reason is the first 3 names on this list, right? Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins were all traded when they got those deals. Tyreek Hill's deal with Miami, frankly, is a bit of a fake contract. That final year of his deal is an outlier number in terms of everything else he's getting over the course of years. I mean, he's making on average $30 million per year, which is a nice. We always do APY. It's good to have the just overall numbers. Always got to be particular when you're looking at stuff, because in the final year of his deal, Tyreek Hill is making $56 million. Now, there's about 50 of new money. He's not going to get that as structured. So it is deceptive. His $30 million per year price tag, he made 12 last year and is barely making 30 the next couple of years. So it is a bit deceptive there. A.J. Brown's the young guy, like Adams and Hopkins have all been, big-time players. But I would still expect, given how good we have seen Justin Jefferson be at the start of his career, he's probably going to become the highest-paid wide receiver on a per-year basis. You know what? That's fine. Because the 2020 receiving leaders, Justin Jefferson was 4th behind Stefon Diggs, Kelce, etc. 2021, he's 2nd behind Cooper Kupp, who almost went for 2,000 yards. And then last year, he's 1st. It's very rare you see a receiver be among the top 5 in yards in each of his first 3 years. And at his age, it is reasonable to state this as a fact. We have not seen the best of Justin Jefferson yet. There's room for him to be even better. That's insane. So I would wager that the extension is probably going to be a lot. So if Jefferson wants to win the deal, so to speak, and really get more than what Tyreek Hill is getting on a per-year basis, and maybe you do a similar backloaded 4th year where it's kind of a bit of a deceptive contract there, you could, I mean, do we have any complaints about paying him almost $34 million per year? I kind of don't. Like, hell, if he wants to go less on a per year basis, I'd give him a 4-year, $30 million deal fully guaranteed. I'd do that. It's Justin Jefferson. It's one of those players that he's going to be good, and you want to get it done quickly and not drag your feet and upset the player, and you're okay paying a little bit more because this is a deal you will always push off into the future. So you could go like a 6-year deal. Give him a little bit more per year, big amount of guaranteed money too, by the way, and just push it off. And be like, yeah, we're going to give you a bunch of good cash flow. We're going to give you a high average per year, but we'll structure the deal in a way that will take your base salary every year, make it into a signing bonus for you, and keep pushing it off. So that, you're getting $35 million per year. But from a cap hit perspective, you're probably not hitting that number until like year 4. But you're still getting paid like it. That's the smart salary cap manipulation stuff that you do for superstars, for the best players at their position, because you just want them on your team. You don't even care that much about the money, frankly. Let's put a high over-under here. $33 million on average for Justin Jefferson. Would you pay over or under that figure? I'm going to give a blank check, to be quite honest. But I want to hear from you guys. O for over or U for under. Some news now. The Vikings have signed 2 players following some tryouts here. I'm going to try to do the names here. I got the pronunciation. These are not the easiest names. We got a fullback, Zach. I believe it is pronounced Ojile or Ojile, something along those lines. It's O-H, so I know it's O. The phonetic then is Z-H-E-E-E-L-L. So, Ojile? I'm not really sure because the J throws me off, and I've never seen that phonetic before. So, Zach O is a fullback, and that's fun. They re-signed C.J. Ham, but this also is a clear sign that fullback's going to be a big part of their offense moving forward. Even if he's not on the team, they wanted to back up. And then it's Sam Schlueter, the former Niners offensive lineman, played for Minnesota, by the way. Zach O went to Minnesota Duluth. So local guys have been signed. Both are Minnesota natives. They come on to fill out the back end of that 90-man roster. Maybe they make a practice squad. That's kind of the expectation at best for those 2 particular players. So let's welcome the 2 locals to the Vikings by typing Skull in the comment section. Have some fun and flood the comment section with Skull. Remember, folks, if you have not already, subscribe for more free Vikings YouTube videos. That sub button, all for free right now.